What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zagla Sports Podcast. Yeah, y'all, we're live once again, and tonight we're going to be watching the NCAA Women's Selection Show. And y'all, looks like it's already on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to kick back, relax, and just watch this. Should be really exciting. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
A miracle for the Gamecocks!
Page buckets.
Madison Booker.
Unbelievable.
The celebration is on.
The Bayou Barbie brings it.
What a play by Brink.
This is one of the hot young talents. Caitlin Clark.
NCAA tournament is the best postseason tournament in all of sports.
Don't go anywhere yet.
That is right. The drama is building. For these 32 teams, the tension a little less thick. They know they're in as automatic bids. But for 36 others, tonight reveals whether they're in, who they'll play, and where. And we've got cameras everywhere for reaction when they find out with you at home. You are currently looking at an empty bracket that will soon be filled with the field of 68. And in 1 hour from now, we're going to challenge you to go to ESPN.com to fill it out. But for now, we will say greetings and hello from Bristol. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Not a single one of us got the memo.
Yeah,
Not
we
one of
missed
us.
that.
We really failed that.
This is close.
Sure. We sort of look like a gender reveal, but it's fine. Hello, I am Elle Duncan alongside my whole
All right,
entire
y'all, I'm gonna turn
crew,
down a
Rebecca
little bit.
Lobo, Carolyn
Y'all hear me, though?
Carter, and man,
Give me a thumbs
man,
up
this
if
is
you hear me.
itching to get to the reveal. Our resident bracketologist, Charlie Cream. We have got quite a night for you ahead.
Okay.
What are you guys
Yes,
most
I can hear
looking
you.
forward
Great,
to
great. Cool
when it comes
beans.
to what this bracket will reveal?
Not only who the one seeds are, but their path to get to the
Y'all
final.
excited
four.
about the
Who has
women's
toughest
tournament?
path, who has the easiest. I'm looking to see how does the committee look at injuries, specifically where they're going to put a team like Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Charlie. How many SEC
Oh,
teams?
yeah,
do
I
you have
am
on the
interested to
bubble?
see what they're gonna do about
Four
BT, y'all,
SEC
after
teams. I'm
Elizabeth
interested in
Kelly
the
got
bubble
that
and
injury.
specifically
Yeah.
what SEC teams get in.
Oh, man.
The number one seeds keep me up at night,
Sure.
so I am dying to find out who gets that last spot on the one line.
It's St. Patrick's Day. It was really Groundhog Day. I think you said the exact same thing last year. We are about to reveal that, but for the folks at home, just a quick reminder of how the regions work, all right? So this year, all roads lead to Cleveland, Ohio, as I said. But before we get there, we're going to make pit stops in Albany, New York, and Portland, Oregon. Those are your 2 regional sites. The 4 teams left standing after that will make their way to Cleveland.
see that?
The national semifinals
April
will
7th,
be April
baby.
5th on ESPN, and
National
we'll crown a
championship.
national champ April 7th on ABC. As we get ready for the
All right,
regional
Charlie, let's
one
get it,
in
let's get it.
Albany, maybe the least intriguing of all of the 1 seeds. Charlie, your number 1 overall seed. I know this is going to shock you, but it is the
Yeah, this is a
undefeated South
surprise.
Carolina Gamecocks. They are your number 1 overall seed. 4th straight year as a 1 seed, and you see the celebration right there.
Here's the thing: just because we all knew this was coming, it doesn't make it any less impressive what South Carolina has been able to do. 7 players over 8 points. The depth, the speed, the skill, the athleticism. They've got inside play. They've got outside play. They have 3-point
All right, we knew, yeah,
shooting.
we knew
I can't
South
find a
Carolina.
hole when I look at this South Carolina team. It's been
We
remarkable.
want to get
They'll
into
put
some of
their
the
32
surprising teams, though.
game win streak up against the
Like,
Tech
really,
when they
USC. I
face
wanna
in the
see,
first
can USC
round. The winner of
number 1
Sacred
seed?
Heart Pioneers and Presbyterian, who are making their very first NCAA tournament appearance, their first 20-win season since joining Division I. Those 2 will battle out for a chance to face South Carolina in that first round. All right, you ready for the 8-9 matchup?
Yeah,
Your
let's get
8
it. Who's
seed
this 8-9
North
matchup?
Carolina Tar Heels, making their 29th
North Carolina,
NCAA
Deja Kelly, y'all.
tournament appearance. They
One of
lost
the best
3 of their
scorers
last
in the
4
nation.
games. Entering the tournament, they will face number 9 seeded Michigan State.
Yeah,
22
Michigan
wins,
State
the
had a really good
program's
season.
most in a season since 2015-16. You see the reaction there.
Look, that's going to be a great battle between those 2 similar
Yeah,
styles.
well, I can't
up
wait to
and
watch that
down.
game. Not really.
Congratulations.
I think Michigan State gonna pull out
Moving
the
on to
upset.
Regional 1 in Albany, your 4-13 matchup. Number 4,
See.
Indiana. 4th straight year as a 4 seed
Got
or
the Hoosiers,
higher.
baby.
Prior to that stretch, they've never been a 4 seed or higher.
Big
You see the
10.
reaction. It takes a second. There's a little bit of a delay.
Wait for it.
There it is.
There it goes.
They're facing Fairfield. That's who they're facing, the Fairfield
Ooh,
Stags.
Fairfield. Yeah, I caught a little bit of
NCAA
that
tournament
that
appearance.
game yesterday.
They have a 29-game win streak, second longest active win streak in D1, only trailing the aforementioned South
Watch
Carolina.
out for that game.
Congratulations to Carly Tebow and her staff and the entire team for the NCAA.
Could be a
All
potential
right.
like
How about your
huge upset.
5-12 matchup? Number 5 seed Oklahoma Sooners. Third straight season with 20-plus wins, their longest 20-win streak since going 3 straight from 2014 to 17. You know, last year was all about the gritty. I think we saw it no less than 45 times. A very, muted response to these ladies this year. They're kind of enjoying themselves and relaxing. They'll face Florida Gulf Coast as a 12 seed in the Regional 1 in Albany.
Yeah, we know Florida Gulf Coast.
Also, were a 12 seed last year. They beat the 5 seed Washington State in the round of 64. So certainly Oklahoma on upset alert there. Do they realize
you gotta
we
watch
called on them yet?
FGC.
There we go.
They can score, man. They've always been able to score, guys. That's what they do.
In Regional 1
Florida
in
Gulf Coast
Albany
score them
is
best.
Oregon State. 5th time as a 3 seed or higher, 6-6 against AP ranked
They're the
teams
Beavers, y'all.
this season, and as the 14th seed, they'll be facing Eastern Washington Eagles.
I ain't gonna lie, though. Oregon State's probably like a 4 seed,
All at the same time. There's so much of that.
It's unbelievable.
And there you go. Look at the reaction from the Eagles here. 29 wins, program single
never
season
watched
record,
them.
most in Big
Picture
Sky
the
history.
yesterday, yeah,
Congratulations, Lady Utes are dancing.
Let's get it. Yeah,
Oregon
because
State,
you know,
like
I
you
was,
said, Dre, they
I was
got
out.
sides, and
We had a watch party yesterday watching
inside,
Jackson
in
State
the
at
middle, they
Alpha,
can shoot the
and I was looking forward to that game. But yeah, caught a little bit of fear for
and they're
it.
very
A little
disciplined.
bit of that game.
Outstanding defensive team who controls tempo.
Let's get your 6-11 matchup in the Regional 1 in Albany. It's Nebraska. 6-2 in their last 8 games entering the NCAA tournament. Made it to the Big Ten championship game. Lost, of course, to Iowa in OT. They'll be facing as the 11 seed the Texas A&M Aggies.
Okay, Texas A&M, y'all, they did make it.
Look at this.
Look at the celebration. They did make it. I knew it was going to. Okay, so if A&M made it, y'all. Does this mean Auburn didn't make it? Vanderbilt didn't make it?
They can be on the lookout for some good
Shout out
That's
Coach
the
Johnny
reaction of the
Taylor,
team
though,
that
second
wasn't
year
sure
going
they
to the
made it.
tournament. But yeah, it means one of them didn't make it, then probably.
15 matchup. Notre Dame knew they were getting in.
Yeah, the Fighting Irishman.
especially
Shout out
after
Notre
winning the
Dame,
ACC
Coach
tournament,
Ivy,
their first
Neil
round
Ivy,
under
Maddie
Coach
Westball.
Neil Ivy. They are your 2 seed in
And her
Regional
dog
1 in
over
Albany,
there.
and they'll be facing Kent State Golden Flash, who are making their second straight 20-win season.
And in terms of Notre Dame, interested to find out what Kylie Watson's status is. She got injured in the ACC semifinal game. Notre Dame played 6 players in the ACC championship. They played motivated. They played for
That
Kylie
means, yeah,
Watson.
for A&M to make it, though, y'all, that means Vanderbilt or Auburn didn't make it. Maybe even
They
both
certainly had to
didn't
learn
make
how
it.
to overcome injuries in the NCAA tournament. Your 7-10
let's
matchup,
see.
number 7 Ole Miss Rebels made the Sweet
Oh,
16
Ole
last
Miss
year
only
as
a
an
7
8
seed?
It was the first time making the Sweet 16 since 07.
Okay. Well, shout out Ole Miss, y'all.
Very
Coach Joe's
intrigued
doing
by
an amazing
Ole
job.
Miss,
Amazing
Notre
job
Dame,
at Ole
round
Miss.
2 game. I know I'm
And
jumping
I'm
ahead.
surprised they're
Yeah,
only a 7
exactly.
seed.
But,
Really
but I've
shocked
got
by
to
this.
start thinking about, even as we get into the weekend, next weekend, and this one could be a really, really good round 2.
Well,
Maybe
10
Coach
seed,
Taylor
correct.
again,
Their
you know?
opponent may have something
me
to say
too.
about that. Your 10 seed Marquette
Yeah,
Golden
Marquette's
Eagles.
hold on now.
Hold on now. You got to get past that.
No,
There
this
we
is
go.
gonna
We
be.
love
I'm
it.
telling you right
They've
now.
never made it past the second round.
Yeah,
of the previous
Marquette and
14
Ole Miss
appearances,
game. Marquette and
so
Ole Miss
they're
game.
looking
Excuse
for
me.
that, as they'll place Ole Miss in the first round. So again, a look.
There's gonna be a low. It's gonna be a low scoring, tough, old fashioned kind of game.
Let's just go big picture here when you're sort of thinking about CP. What stands out to you the
All right,
most?
y'all. So that's the
Well,
Albany
we gotta go
region.
back to
Who y'all like
last
from that
year's
region?
Final
Obviously,
Four.
South Carolina.
And
But outside of that,
remember
who y'all
when
like from this
Iowa
region?
waved off Raven Johnson? What'd she say she was on? A revenge tour. And that's how motivated this South Carolina team has played all season long. Number 1 in the country in scoring margin.
The Albany
They're one of
region,
the
y'all.
tops
South
in the
Carolina, Notre
country
Dame, Oregon
in
State,
rebounding
Indiana.
margin. And you know what they've added? That 3-point shooting. They are number 3 in the country, 3-point percentage, and having Tahina Paopao has been a great addition, and that really opens up the lane so the post can go to work, and South Carolina, they can score it from the perimeter.
You know, the revenge tour, we call that demon time these days.
Like Notre
She's on
Dame?
demon time. That's what we're going to call that. Going into the
write that
tournament. Yeah,
down.
write it
Like
down.
Notre Dame.
Write it down. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So
I mean,
when you
sleeper
think
team,
about
like I
South
said,
Carolina kind of
sleeper
being
team from that
dimensional,
region
the
gonna be
two players that I'm
FGCU
interested in
or the
this
Gulf
region
Coast.
faced South Carolina and played really well. Hannah Hidalgo early in the season when we were in Paris put up 31 points against South Carolina. Aisha Coulibaly for Texas A&M put up 32 points against South Carolina.
That's the sleeper for me. That's a sleeper. And maybe Ole Miss, man. Ole Miss might have their hands full on Marquette, but
those two
That'd be the
players
two sleepers.
potentially lead their team in the tournament.
Yeah, and if this region does go chalk, it would be interesting to see a rematch of
Wonder what
South Carolina
Virginia Tech could
and
be.
Oregon. You mentioned that the game that they had this year. in
See,
Paris,
after
but
Elizabeth
certainly South
Kelly
Carolina
got
is the team
injured,
who can go
I don't
into
know the
every single
committee
matchup thinking we
might,
played
you
our
know,
best
knock
to win
them
this game.
a
We
spot.
actually will talk
Like
with
they
Dawn
probably
Staley here
before
on
she
the
got
show.
injured, I would say a
Standing
2
by. We'll
seed.
get some
But I'm
reaction
confident they're
from
gonna be a
Dawn
3
Staley as her
seed.
team again
They're still gonna be
number
one of the top
overall
seeds, but I feel like they're gonna be a
Let's
3
move
seed.
on
All right,
to
y'all.
Regional 2 in Albany.
All right, let's
And
see.
your 1 seed is
Who's gonna be Stanford?
the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Okay, Iowa,
And
Caitlin Clark,
Iowa
baby.
has
Caitlin
gone
Clark.
6 straight games winning after they had
There's
their
no
last
surprise,
loss
yeah.
to
We knew I was gonna be a
Indiana.
1 seed
They're
too. I
piecing
didn't
it
know
together.
if Stanford was
Yes,
gonna be in this
Caitlin
region,
Clark
how they
is
were gonna
lighting
do
it
it.
up, but the other pieces also have contributed as well, and they're looking to get back to a Final Four.
Man, can y'all hear
And
me
they'll be
okay? I didn't want to
facing
turn, you know, I didn't want
either
to turn
as the 16 seed
the commentators. I didn't want to turn them up too loud, then y'all couldn't hear
Holy
me.
Cross Crusaders or UT Martin
y'all hear me okay?
Skyhawks. Holy Cross only won in tournament game, came against Maryland back in 1991. As for UT Martin, there you go. You see the celebration. They got the auto bid despite losing the OVC championship to Southern Indiana. Want to make the most of their opportunities. That is your 116 matchup in Regional 2 in Albany. How about your 8-9 matchup? 8 West Virginia Mountaineers.
Ooh.
15th NCAA tournament appearance. Haven't made it past the second round since 1992. We see it. Okay.
Good stuff. Y'all, these 8-9 matchups normally are really, really good. That's why I'm really,
I like it. It's
really
picking up, and they'll face
interested in who's going to be. Oh, Princeton.
Princeton Tigers.
Y'all, I'm taking Princeton in the upset. I'm taking Princeton in the
There's the
upset.
excitement.
Y'all remember a couple years ago,
I don't do
they were the
this
11th
again.
seed, they
I'm
upset
jumping to
Kentucky. I'm
round two,
taking
so
Princeton in
my
the
apologies
upset,
to those
baby.
round one
Shout out to Ivy
But
League.
Princeton, Iowa in round 2, a Caitlin.
Princeton, man, if y'all ever watch them play, man, they play as one. Like, seriously, they play as one unit.
So there is
Fundamentally
your 8-9
sound. I'm taking
matchup
Princeton.
in
I like
Regional 2
Princeton to win
in
that
Albany.
game.
We move on to
Upset.
4-13, an interesting one in terms of where they would
Okay, the
land.
Wildcats.
Your 4-seed Kansas State Wildcats making their 18th NCAA tournament appearance.
Shout out Yoka League, Kansas
You see
State.
the
Y'all know they
reaction
just
there,
lost to
Charlie.
Texas.
They were a little bit
But
of a
man,
bubble
Kansas
for
State,
you
y'all, they
in
been
terms of
kind
whether
of
they'd be in the
reeling.
top 16.
They're going to
You know,
get
at
the
one point,
host
Kansas
now.
State was ranked number 2 in the nation, but they been kind of reeling a little bit.
K-State faithful, they bring it. That should be a very exciting
But
atmosphere.
nonetheless, great
Certainly
season
the
for them.
13th seed that they'll face Portland Pilots. No, a
Okay.
thing or two about disappointing.
Yeah, Portland
the
just
fan
got that
bases.
huge
They just
upset win
upset
against Gonzaga. Y'all,
They
that
earned
surprised
their
me.
ticket here. Second straight West Coast
I can't wait to see
Conference
what seed
tournament title
Gonzaga
for them.
is going to
They
be. They're
won 3
really,
of the
really,
last 5.
really a good team.
Congratulations.
Underrated team.
Your first round matchup is Kansas State and Portland. We move on to your 5-12 matchup in Regional 2 in Albany. And your 5 seed, the Colorado Buffaloes. They were 6 seed in last year's tournament. They lost in the Sweet 16 to 2 seeded Iowa. But
Right,
their
yeah,
third
about
season
where I
with
would put
25
Colorado. About
wins.
where I put them, yeah.
Listen, I
Not
talked
where I
about
was putting.
Colorado. What was this? One of the game days that we had where the schedule that they had to go through at the end of Pac-12 play was brutal. I felt
It
like
was, and that's
Colorado
what jacked them.
is gonna
Yeah, that's what
reset.
messed
We're gonna see
Colorado
a
up.
lot
That's what messed them
from
up.
them in the
They had
tournament.
potential early in the season to
And
be like
they'll
a 2
face
seed.
today's Missouri Valley champion, 12-seeded Drake Bulldogs.
Oh.
They're on a 14-game win streak. That's the 10th longest active win streak in D1. And again, they won the Missouri Valley Championship, so they will
Y'all, I
face
feel another
Colorado
upset.
in the first round as we continue through the
Feel another
Regional
upset,
2
I do.
bracket in Albany. And we move on
Colorado
now.
better be better.
to your
Better be ready to play
3-14
against Drake, man.
matchup.
Drake ain't no joke.
Third seed,
The Bulldogs
LSU
get after you
Tigers.
defensively.
the defending champs.
What?
The
LSU's a
3
3
CP
seed?
reaction here.
Look, LSU is playing some of their best basketball. I don't think anybody in that bracket wants
I'll
to
tell y'all
see
right
them
now.
when you've got to face
All they did,
an
look at Kim
Angel
Okie, y'all.
Reese, a
All y'all did was just
Michaela
piss
Williams,
Kim
and
Okie and that
Anissa
team off
Morrow.
even more. Look at
And
Kim
if
Okie. She got no
Poet is
reaction.
back healthy,
Kim Okie ain't got no.
listen,
She just sitting there
LSU
like,
is
okay,
gonna be
yeah,
a team
a 3
to
seed.
have to reckon with.
I would
Yeah,
love
okay,
to know
keep
what's
going.
going on in Kim Mulkey's mind right now.
All y'all did was
I
just
know
piss
she's
off
ready.
them even
Yeah,
more.
she's got her green on. She is ready. Maybe she's already scheming.
She's
Kim Mulkey
already
ain't doing
thinking.
nothing. I tell y'all
Okay,
what.
All right, here we go.
Well, Coach, let's answer one thing for you. Who you'll be playing? 14-seeded Rice Owls.
Yeah, Rice finna get the Owls
First
finna get blown
NCAA
out. I'm sorry, y'all finna get
tournament
blown
appearance
out.
since 2019 for the Owls.
Y'all finna get blown out.
Yes.
Okay, because you done pissed off Kim Mulkey and LSU. They should not be a 3 seed.
I love that.
So that is your
It's gonna be a 3
3-14
seed, y'all,
matchup
but
in
okay.
Regional 2 in Albany. as we move right along to your
I wonder if
6-11
Auburn and Vanderbilt
matchup.
getting it. It's not looking likely. One of them is going to miss
The
it.
Louisville Cardinals.
One of them going to
Under
miss it.
Jeff Wall's 17th season. They've got 3 of the top 5 leading scorers this
Y'all,
season.
Louisville, this is
Transferring
probably the
Louisville
worst team
this
they've had
season, a
maybe in
team
5 or
that's
6
been here
years.
before.
And
They'll
they're
face
still
the
a 6
11th
seed.
Middle
They
Tennessee
still had a
Blue
24-9
Raiders,
record.
21st NCAA tournament appearance.
Okay,
Last time they won a
MTSU
tournament
up in
game
there.
2007, so certainly they'll be upset-minded.
So them against Louisville. Y'all know a couple years ago, MTSU beat Louisville. So
to your 2-15 matchup in the Regional 2 in Albany.
be another
and your
upset right there.
two-seeded UCLA Bruins. Highest
Shout out
seed
UCLA,
in
y'all. I
program
did a
history.
mock
This
draft
region
about
is
an
certainly
hour
a
ago.
murderer's row, but
Those
UCLA
that
has
watch, man, I
all
had
of the
UCLA
pieces
guard
to
Charisma
win a
Osborne
national
in it.
championship. Lauren
Heard
Betts is a
Kiki
huge
Rice,
key for
Lauren
them on
Betts.
both ends
I
of
like
the floor, but
UCLA a lot.
certainly experience, depth, shooting, and an inside game.
Their first round matchup will be the Cal Baptist Lancers. It's their first NCAA tournament appearance. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to Cal
Welcome
Baptist,
to the
bro.
dance, ladies. Put your dancing
Yeah, you
shoes on.
hashtag the blue version. That's going to be an interesting game right there.
They certainly
Louisville
are.
got their work cut out for them.
Congratulations. What a matchup for you. What a
MTSU
moment.
can really score
As
that
we continue
basketball. So
on
they got their
Regional
work
2
cut out for them. I
bracket
ain't
in
gonna lie.
Albany with your 7-10 matchup.
Let's see,
It will be
7-10.
number 7,
Creighton, the Blue
their
Jays.
10th NCAA
Blue Jays,
tournament
y'all.
appearance. They were a 6th seed in last year's tournament, losing in a round of 64 to Mississippi State. And they'll be facing in the first round your 10th seeded UNLV Rebels. 3rd straight NCAA tournament. Rebels seeking their first win.
Them running
in the tournament
Rebels,
since
huh?
1991.
Yeah, Creighton, I got y'all going. Y'all gonna get upset again like y'all did last year. Man. I think UNLV finna beat y'all.
And there it is.
I don't need credit keep up, man. UNLV they play a different style of basketball.
In Albany, and you kind of
Right, y'all. So that's the Albany region. How y'all Albany region? Excuse me. How y'all feeling about that?
Sort of looking at the most
I mean, the strength of the top 4 teams in this bracket is
Good Lord,
incredible,
though.
especially
Yes,
if you're looking
man.
at it
That
from
right
Iowa's
there, that
point of
region,
view.
it's
UCLA
better.
is your 2
That
seed,
Albany
certainly a
region
national
2 is better than
championship contender.
Albany
LSU
region 1,
as
in
your
my
3,
opinion.
the reigning national champion, the team that beat you in
Team
the
got
national
look at even the
championship
depth,
game.
y'all.
And then K-State,
Colorado,
again, if all seats
Louisville,
hold,
LSU,
K-State
Iowa,
and Iowa have already played twice this year. They split
UNLV.
in terms of Iowa lost at home, and then Iowa beat them on a neutral court. So this region, we haven't seen the last 2 regions yet,
Can't
but
wait to hear
holy cow,
about
this region's tough.
USC. Yeah, I'm
LSU
ready
maybe
to see.
a little disappointed as a 3. Remember, they were a 3 last year, too. And they took it all the way home.
All right. Any more thoughts on this bracket?
Well, listen, I had UCLA and LSU in my Final 4. So when you talk about these
LSU
2
Steve
teams
was
being
sponsored.
in the
I
same
believe they're
region, this
3
is definitely
seed.
going
Wow.
to be a tough battle. Watching
But
those
that-
2 teams
but that
potentially
region
go
is
against each
stacked,
other
though. I
with
mean,
the size
Iowa-
inside and the dynamic guards on the outside is going to be really
UCLA.
impressive.
We don't know if it's the most difficult bracket yet because we.
I mean,
still
I was
have
the 1
half the
seed,
bracket.
you know,
Has
in that
all
bracket.
sold out all their tickets
UCLA is
already.
2 seed.
I have to imagine it's already done. We will
Yeah, I
move
guess
on to the
LSU, I
closer
mean,
regions when we come up,
guess
as
they
so
really
many
have a
teams
choice
are
but to be
standing
good.
by to see their fates revealed. Your women's selection show continues after this. These are all the teams that are like, please bust through this commercial break and hurry up. I'd like to know where we're going. We'll be back in just a minute.
All right, y'all. How y'all feeling so far, man? I think the biggest surprise has been LSU so far. But there's some really good 6-11 matchups, some really good 7-10 matchups, and y'all, we're gonna see some upsets, man. We're really gonna see some upsets. Like I said, that Louisville MTSU game is gonna be very interesting. Creighton and UNLV, another interesting game. I think the lower seed's gonna win. So I like what I'm seeing so far. Just really surprised by LSU. Outside of LSU, nothing's really surprised me. But yeah, LSU, that wow, I can't believe they're a 3 seed. Can I believe they're a 3 seed? Can I believe it? But again, that bracket, that region is tough though. Iowa and UCLA. That's a pretty tough region. Nice so far. Yeah, that's a tough region to go against. We still got like USC up. Cannot wait to see them. Like Nikki T said, I cannot wait to see where USC is gonna be. Y'all, I'm so ready to watch them. More than any team, I'm just so ready to watch USC play. Cause that Juju Watkins, y'all, man, phenomenal talent. Man, y'all have any? Well, let me ask this: who are the teams you think could surprise you? Who the teams you think could make it to the Final Four? Ain't some teams that could surprise some people: UNLV, Gonzaga, Florida Gulf Coast, and all right, it's back, y'all. It's back. All right, let's see. And then I will get into that later.
We're taking a look at some of the reactions that we have already seen as we continue to reveal the field of 68.
How many
women's
SEC
basketball
teams
tournament. These are some of the
I
best.
still wonder
Just
about
lots of
Auburn,
excited.
Tennessee,
Like I said, last year it was just like tons of
early.
gritting.
Tennessee is definitely in. Tennessee should definitely be in.
Fantastic
Auburn and
reactions
Vanderbilt.
as we
I
get ready to
mean,
reveal
I don't know.
our
I would take
regional
Vanderbilt
three
over
in
Auburn.
Portland, and I'm excited that we've moved on to Portland because apparently I say all.
All right, this should be Stanford, right? I think it's going to be Stanford.
Albany, we got your back.
So Southern Albany. All right, let's reveal your next
Albany.
seed.
Oh,
is the USC Trojans. Their first time as a 1 seed since 1986.
USC the 1 seed. Wow.
What a testament to the job Lindsey
Wow,
has done there.
Hey, y'all, I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were going to be a 2 seed.
This is a complete
Juju
team,
on that beat, baby.
Is the next star in women's college basketball.
She's even said they may be a little ahead of schedule from where they thought that they
would be. Yeah, I was not expecting that. I thought USC was going to be a 2 or 3 seed.
Best win percentage by a major
man, it's great for women's college basketball. The USC is back, y'all. It really is. We know back in the day with Tina Thompson, Sharon Miller, the McGee sisters, y'all, we know what they was about. Cynthia Cooper, it's so great for them to see them back, y'all. It really is.
Super jelly. Shout out to the Islanders. They'd be looking for
it is great to see USC back.
To
be one of the premier teams in women's college basketball.
Now for your 8-9 matchup in Regional 3.
Could this be Vanderbilt, maybe? Kansas,
and
okay.
Your 8 seed is Kansas.
The Jayhawks, Rock Chalk Jayhawks.
11 games, so a hot streak as they enter the
NCAA. It is 9 seed potentially be Vanderbilt,
Michigan,
Auburn, all is Michigan. Okay, so Big 12. Okay. Wolverines. Shout out Nas Hillman. Y'all remember when Nas Hillman was playing in Michigan?
To your 4-13
averaging like 20 and 10.
3 in Portland. Number 4, Virginia Tech. Second straight year. Yeah.
I knew they was gonna do it. Yeah. Y'all, they dinged Virginia Tech.
There was certainly some questions.
It's really because Elizabeth Hill got injured. Yeah, I had a feeling they were gonna do them like that. I did. I feel they were gonna do them like that. I did.
Who was injured in the regular season, the last game of it, but it did not seem to impact them as of now. We'll get into that more in just a second. They'll be facing.
To me, it did impact them. I don't think Virginia Tech would have been
making their second NCAA tournament appearance.
The Herd.
Sun Belt title. 26 wins this season, a program record. Congratulations, lady.
Let me tell you, that's a game you want to see because
it is, especially with Virginia Tech. I feel like I feel like they would have blown out Marshall with Elizabeth Hill, but without her, y'all, without her controlling that paint, giving you 23 points, 11 rebounds.
Shot, right? Okay, we move on to your 5-12 matchup in the Regional 3 in Portland. That's the Baylor Bears. They were a 7th seed in last year's tournament. 3-time national champs.
Where's Jada Walker at, y'all? Oh, yeah, I see there she goes, Jada Walker.
7 games, so certainly
former Kentucky Wildcat.
They'll face as the 12 seed. Vanderbilt.
Okay, y'all. There you go. Vanderbilt, yeah. Look at Vanderbilt.
Program's most since 2011. And Columbia making their first
so
NCAA
they'll
tournament appearance, one of 2 Ivy League teams to make the tournament this season. Congratulations, they'll be one of the first 4.
That might be the spiciest play-in game so far.
You think so?
Yeah, there goes Vanderbilt. Yeah, there goes Vandy.
And Columbia, Texas
There
A&M
goes
right now
Vandy,
tied
yep.
for best reaction.
I like that you're keeping track of that. Please,
You like
for
to
our
subscribe.
reaction
Thank you. Yes, please. You know, hit
We
that
move on to the
sub, hit
Regional
that
3
like
in
button.
Portland
There's
for your
Vanderbilt. Hashtag
3-14
Lady
matchup,
Commodores. Yeah,
and
there they
your
go.
third seed,
There they go.
UConn
Here I go, like
Huskies.
Mystical said.
31st time being a
Yep,
3 seed
UConn,
or
y'all.
higher.
Again.
We
Think
remember,
about
of
this.
course,
All
the
them
leaders
injuries they
to
had.
stop last year.
Still
What do you make of UConn being
a 3
seed?
seed.
It's tournament time, and Paige Beckers, look, you don't care what number you put in front of
man.
UConn, she is.
Hey,
going
I
to
ain't gonna
be
lie to
ready
y'all.
play.
I
You
still,
look at the
hey,
way she was a
I
terror
still want to sleep
through
on
Big East
UConn, though. I
tournament.
wouldn't.
Woo!
I wouldn't be surprised if
Wolf
UConn go all the way to
says
the Final
Jackson
Four. I
State,
wouldn't
who
be
will
shocked.
facing UConn,
And
although
not
Jackson
sleep on
State
them.
coming in with a 21-game win streak.
Hey,
That's
shout out
also
Jackson State. Y'all know we was
longest
watching them
active win
yesterday,
streak.
man.
They
Shout out
will be
Jackson State.
dancing.
Head coach
Bring the
Tamika
trophy
Reed.
to the party.
Bring
That's
the
it.
ticket, bring everything you got. They got all the props.
Now, I must admit, y'all, that jacket
We
she
continue
got
with
on
your
is on
6-11
point. I like
matchup
that
in
jacket
Regional
that she
3
got
in
on.
Portland. And your number 6 seed is the Syracuse Orange. Second straight 20-win season. And of course, they've got Deja Fair, who you
Yeah,
love.
Deja
this is the
Fair,
thing when you
y'all.
talk about-
One of the
this
best
is
scorers
up and skipping.
in history,
Syracuse has to
top
get through
5
somebody. UConn
in
has to get
points.
through Jackson
And won the
State. But when I
college
think
basketball.
about Nika Mule,
History.
2-time biggest defensive player of the year, going up against Deja Fair, one of the best buckets in the game. That one's exciting for me.
An interesting note, those two teams met in a closed-door scrimmage before the season started, so those teams have seen one another.
Those dang closed doors.
Open those doors. As for who they'll play, they don't exactly know yet. It will either be the
Hey,
Auburn
okay,
Tigers
Auburn.
or the
Okay,
Arizona
Auburn coach.
Wildcats.
Okay, yo, I got to clap for that. Yeah, okay, Auburn in the building. Oh, so Auburn and Vanderbilt. They both got a chance to make it. That shocked me. Wow. I be shout out Arizona, Adair Barnes. You know, back in 2021, they played
Game of the 50s.
in the national championship game against
I
Stanford.
love the
But,
prediction. That's your 6-11 matchup. We'll
Auburn.
move on to the 2-15 matchup.
Okay,
in Regional
Coach
3 in
Harris.
Portland. The 2-seeded Ohio State Buckeyes.
Buckeyes. Shout out J.C. Sheldon. If y'all watched my mock draft earlier, man, there go J.C. Sheldon right there.
They do outright Big Ten regular
Then to the
season
right,
champs for the
our
first
right.
time since 2017-18. I can't tell if they're thrilled or not. I hope so, ladies.
No, they got a little chip on their shoulder. We know what happened. They got a little chip on their shoulder. They're gonna come ready.
They will play
They playing.
number 15-seeded Maine Black
Okay.
Bears. 10th NCAA.
Wow,
tournament
y'all can't
appearance.
believe.
Last time
Okay,
they
so
won the
Auburn
tournament
and Vanderbilt both have a
in
chance to go to
99. They'll see if they can pull
the
the upset over Ohio
tournament.
State.
Yeah,
At
Jackson
your
State, y'all did y'all
2-15
thing.
matchup, we
Yeah,
move on
Jackson
to
State.
the Regional 3 in Portland.
Tigers.
7-10 matchup.
All right, let's see.
Number 7-seeded Duke. They were a 3 seed in last year's
Mm.
tournament.
They're doing hard better.
Jane, you took the words right out of my
They'll
mouth.
face the 10-seeded Richmond Spiders. For the conference tournament championship since 1991. They won the Atlantic
Ooh,
10.
that's a spicy matchup
You
right
see the
there,
reaction
y'all.
there. They got the trophy too. I love the trophy.
Spicy
flag.
matchup.
Just a reminder.
Ridgewood,
of
Richmond. That's a
that your
spicy matchup right
7-10
there.
matchup.
For real.
Let's take a look at the full bracket for regional.
Man,
3
a lot of
in
times them
Portland.
8-10 teams can
Just want
score
to
the
get your
ball.
sort of treetops reaction as you take a look at the field here.
Well, out of the 3 that we've seen so far, this is officially the certified bucket region. Think about the buckets that are in this region. Juju Watkins, bucket. Paige Beckers for UConn,
Bucket,
bucket.
yep.
Georgia Amor for Virginia
Virginia
Tech,
Tech, bucket.
Deja Fair for Syracuse, bucket.
Bucket.
Those are all players that could pop off 30 points, 40 points. This is the bucket
But you got
region.
buckets, you got defensive teams, Kansas, you've got Auburn, Arizona, Duke, Ohio State.
So I want to see if they can stop the bucket getters that I just named.
Let's see.
And I got a really quick potential Sweet 16 rematch, UConn, Ohio State. Ohio State just dismantled UConn with their pressure
Yes.
last year. UConn has Paige Beckers along with 2 other point guards on the floor this season if they match up.
All right, Charlie is like, stop filibustering. He had one question. Who was going to be that final 1 seed? And we will reveal that after the break. God, I love getting
Should be
all
Stanford,
eyes.
right, y'all? What y'all think? Should be
Again, some of
Stanford.
the best reactions
Look, there go
so
Juju
far.
right there.
We have one more bracket to reveal.
Juju on that beat.
Portland's on the way. Who will be that final
Baylor. Was
1
it? That's
seed?
Syracuse. That's
We'll
Syracuse.
reveal that. We'll break things down. We'll talk to the selection committee and Don Staley. All that's still ahead. Stick around.
Now, hear that, y'all? We're going to hear from Dawn Staley. We're going to hear from Dawn Staley.
The featured attraction, it's Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins.
Oh, well, I'm so happy you're doing a great job, Coach Johnny. Yeah, she is. I give her credit. Yeah. Wow. Okay, this probably means you got what? Auburn, you got Vandy. Dang.
You're not busy, are you?
probably means, yeah, where's Tennessee at? Don't tell me Tennessee. Where's they at? Where's Tennessee at now? Hold on now.
Game time.
Now, Alabama, too. Where's Tennessee, Alabama at? Hold on. So let's see. Let's if we gonna just okay. So we gonna SEC: South Carolina, LSU, Ole Miss, Vandy, Auburn, A&M. That's what it is right now. We have yet to see Tennessee. We have yet to see Alabama. The SEC will be well represented. Yeah, the SEC and ACC, both of them will be well. Let's see ACC. What do you have so far, y'all? You got what? Syracuse. You got Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, Louisville, Duke, North Carolina. We still should be seeing Florida State. We might maybe see Miami, but that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ACC teams already, and we still got potentially Florida State, which they'll be in it, and then potentially Miami. That could be 9 teams from one conference. Incredible.
While they pursue their biggest
like
dreams,
everyone, they were beating up on each other
new
this year in
initiatives
the
to help them.
ACC and in the SEC. You got one. You got South Carolina, LSU, Ole Miss. That's 3.
The
Vanderbilt,
NCAA
Auburn, A&M.
is
That's
providing
6 already.
enhanced mental
And we
health
still should be
services.
seeing
We're
Alabama and
guaranteeing
Tennessee. So that'd be
scholarships
8.
and tuition and
So,
expanding access to healthcare.
yeah.
Visit ncaa.org/change
Yeah.
to learn more.
Yeah.
Surf and Turf and Surf and Shed. 2 for $6 at
Coach
Arby's.
Don Staley's a proud. Yes, she is.
They're gonna need more space.
Yeah, she is. Proud Philly native. North Philly native. Sorry. All right, y'all. Man, I cannot wait. I'm so ready for these games to begin. Man, it's gonna be super, super, super exciting, y'all. I'm telling you. And I cannot lie. Yeah, I'm surprised you at season 1 seed, but they earned it. They earned it for real. They really did. But I am surprised they're 1 seed. Yeah, I'm so ready to see Juju, man. Woo! Y'all, she finna go crazy in this tournament. If her teammates can be consistent, man, USC should.
All right, well,
Hopefully, I'm hoping they
we have
make it at
revealed
least
as
like
her
the
1 seed,
Sweet 16.
South Carolina, Iowa, and USC. It all comes down to this one. Will it be Texas? Will it be Stanford?
Yeah, I'm going Stanford. What y'all think? Stanford, I'm going Stanford, man. I'm going Coach Star Vanderbilt, baby. Cameron Brink. Oh, this Texas.
First time since 2004.
Wow. Okay.
I
mean, the Texans deserve it. Heck yeah, they did. Look at Big Shaver, y'all. They're gonna match the Booker. Yeah, they deserve it. I just don't. Stanford was gonna get it. Yeah, they deserve it, though. They
The
did.
incredible freshman who can get to her spots on the floor, score on
He is.
just
Master
about
Booker is
anybody, and
good.
celebrate with just about anybody.
Master Booker is a bucket getter.
This is a fierce squad.
First freshman. That's what you do when you're the first
Yeah,
freshman.
y'all look at Big
to
Shaver
win
in the back.
Player of the Year, co-player of the year with
Yeah,
Skylar
Big Shaver. He been a great coach for a long time.
We'll just keep it going.
He's been doing
They'll
this
be
for
facing
years.
the Drexel Dragons as the 16th seed in the first round. Who'll be looking for their
Juju
first
has been on that beat. Yeah, she
tournament
has. She finna
win.
really be on that beat in this
Congratulations,
tournament.
Texas. You are in
Really
fact
be on
that
that
final
beat in
1
this
seed of
tournament.
Regional 4 in
Happy St. Patrick's Day,
Portland.
everyone.
Great
Yeah, I
matchup.
really forgot
Number
it. St.
8,
Patrick's Day. I ain't gonna lie.
Crimson Tide.
There goes Alabama. I told y'all.
NCAA
Yeah, I
tournament
told you.
appearance, made 3 of the last
Yeah,
4.
Alabama. Christy
23
Curry,
wins
man.
as the program's
Alabama.
most since the
Shout out
1997
Aaliyah Nye,
98 season.
Sarah Ashley Bark on
Bama. You'll
Alabama.
be dancing with number 9.
Who they got to play
Florida
against, though?
State.
Oh, and I
7th
told y'all
seed in
about
last
Florida, so
year's
yeah.
tournament, they lost to Georgia.
No,
in
I
the
think
round of
this is the
65.
best
That's
8-9
your
matchup
8-9
that we've seen.
matchup.
Seriously,
We
like
continue through the
just on
regional
paper.
in Portland.
Ooh, Alabama and
Number
Florida
4,
State.
Gonzaga, the
Mm.
highest seed by a West Coast
There
team
go
in
Gonzaga.
tournament history.
Y'all, this
4
is my
players,
sleeper
first
team in the
team
whole
All-West.
entire tournament. It's Gonzaga Wildcats. I like them. Excuse me, the Bulldogs. I'm talking about Wildcats. I'm thinking about Kansas State Bulldogs. I like the Zags,
I've
y'all.
played out there.
Yeah, I
in
like
Washington during
Gonzaga.
my time in Tennessee. We took an L to Maryland. That place gets loud. Those fans go crazy. That is.
Yeah, I think they could potentially go like to the Sweet
This is an
16.
interesting
I
angle.
don't think anyone's going to expect that, but
It
that's
was
why
my
they
heart.
could go.
Now I'm hot.
And
So
they'll be
watch out for
playing a team
Gonzaga,
making
y'all.
their first tournament appearance since 1995.
They gonna make a ton of
number
noise in this
13,
tournament.
UC Irvine.
And for them going
There's
to
the
a Sweet
reaction.
16 would be
Let's go.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I need some anteater swag, I think.
Coach
They
Vic Schaefer
are
is a
riding a
legendary coach.
six-game win
Yeah,
streak,
he
won
is.
all
He's
six
been
of
doing
them
it
by
for a
double
long
digits.
time.
They've
They've
been
been doing it
doing
at a
by
high
teams,
level.
and they dance now with Gonzaga in the first round.
But
As
y'all,
for
that
the
Alabama
matchup
Florida State
in Regional
game,
four in Portland,
Lord
number
Jesus, that
5
game.
Utah Utes.
Bucky O.C.
making
Bell
their
said, hey,
third straight
Utah.
tournament
Shout out my
appearance.
girl, Lisa Peely, one
And
of
they'll
the best
be
singers in the
facing
nation.
12-seeded South Dakota State, one of 2 Division I teams to have a 20-plus
Jack
win streak
Rabbit.
in each of the last 2 seasons.
This
We have
could
a
be
potential
another
really
upset.
interesting
It
second
could be.
round matchup if Utah advances to face Gonzaga. These are 2 teams that take a lot of threes, play really fast. They combine to make 20 threes per game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like Rebecca Lobo said, it's going to be interesting if Utah can keep up. Because Utah kind of plays like a slow, kind of grinding out kind of game. So, we'll see if they can keep up. NC State, y'all.
There, and they'll be facing.
Oh, Westmore.
There's the gritty. Finally, ladies, y'all got the assignment. Let's
Oh, Westmore.
So Nia Rivers took Madison Booker's dance challenge and said, okay,
I raise you.
I raise you one.
That's right.
Oh, to have those 19-year-old knees again. And they'll be facing 14-seeded Chattanooga.
Okay, UTC, SoCon.
Seeking their first tournament
SoCon getting some love.
2004. Congratulations to the Southern champion, Chattanooga Mocs. That your 3-14 matchup. We move on to the 6-11 matchup. Number 6, Lady Vols, Tennessee.
There they go. There they go.
41 previous tournament appearance.
The Lady Vols, Kia Jackson.
Yeah, this is a Tennessee team that has shown incredible promise.
Man, I love me
especially
some
when
Kia
they play
Jackson.
South Carolina. That is the type of performance and energy
She's gonna be a
they
great
have
player
to
in the
carry
W.
into the tournament against every opponent, not just the Gamecocks.
Don't give them your bad
You
luck
hear
from
me,
Portland.
Tennessee. I know you hear me.
And they'll be facing the Horizon champion, number 11 seeded Green Bay Phoenix.
Where that game gonna be played? Raleigh.
Okay, it's a tiny bit pixelated. We see you standing, ladies. We see that you're excited, and we can hear you more than we can see you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. We really can't see him, but we can hear him.
As for your 2-15 matchup, we saw the reaction there. They weren't a 1 seed, but Stanford a 2 seed in
Cardinal,
Regional 4
y'all.
in Portland. 100 tournament wins, the 3rd most.
Yeah,
all
they're the
time
Lady
behind
Vols. I knew that. I was
Utah
going to say,
and
hold on, Tennessee got to be in this.
There we go.
Yeah, where's Tar? Hey, y'all see Tar Vander? I can't see her right now. Oh, there she go. There she go. There go Tar Vander. Yeah. Man, y'all, she arguably the greatest coach ever in women's college. Now, really, she one of the. I mean, she arguably the greatest coach in just college basketball history. Being real.
Active win streak in D1.
Being
There
honest
you go.
with
Get the
ourselves.
camera. Look at yourself on the camera.
Okay, they're gonna be taking on Norfolk State. Okay.
Yeah.
Played at NC State in the NCAA tournament. Now she's with the Spartans.
As for your 7-10 matchup in Regional 4 in Portland, 7-seeded Iowa State. They won 6 of their last 7 games.
Yeah, Iowa State has been hot, y'all. They started this year really bad, but they got hot at the end of the season. They play, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? As we get close to the end of the season, y'all, you gotta play your best basketball game. Can't be a front runner. Maryland, shout out Brendan Freak. Now, we know Maryland, for them, this is disappointing because normally Maryland's a 2, 3, or 4 seed. But don't count out the Maryland Terps, y'all, because Brendan Freak is a heck of a coach. This is right there. Brendan Freak is a heck of a coach. I think she's been one of the most underrated coaches in the last 2 decades. I think people forget she won so many games, and they won a national championship.
Texas wins.
Yeah, but she won a national championship at Maryland, y'all. During the same time, UT, Stanford, Connecticut, Baylor, she won a championship during the, when those teams were at their best. So,
with Texas getting that 1 seed. Another team I'm intrigued by, and we already touched on them a little bit, is Tennessee. The way they're playing now, the way they played South Carolina, watch out for the Lady Vols.
Yeah, he's right, y'all. Yeah, and I've been saying this all year. I've been saying when Tennessee is healthy,
Texas is the team
they can beat anybody in the nation, y'all. They almost beat South Carolina 3 times. Okay, they almost beat South Carolina 3 times.
We've seen that from Vic Schaefer teams over the course.
They almost beat them twice in February, then last week,
They've got to score on the
and they almost beat LSU too. They just. The problem with Tennessee is they cannot close games out. That's been their Achilles heel. They'll stay in the fight with you, but they can't win it.
I've got some questions. Holly Rose got answers. She is in Indianapolis. She'll be with the selection committee to answer any and all questions as to how they came to this field
is one of the greatest coaches. No
as we
question.
officially have a bracket
78, I believe.
set. Let's go from Bristol.
Man,
much more
legendary
ahead
coach.
on the selection special.
But yeah, I agree with what Charlie Cream was saying, y'all. I agree with what he said, man. Watch out for them Lady Vols. Like, well, watch out for them. Watch out for them Lady Vols, man. Because now that Kia Jackson is healthy, Oh my gosh. Tennessee's been playing some really, really, really good basketball. Really good basketball. Y'all, is that Juju? Hold on. Time out. Is this Juju? Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I saw the bun. I ain't gonna. I know they had Juju wearing a different jersey, y'all. I know they had Juju wearing a different jersey in that commercial, but like for real, it was like 52. This, no, that's not Juju. Y'all almost tricked me though. Did everyone remember the word green? Man, y'all ready for these games though? Cause I'm so ready. I'm getting excited just talking about it. Just seeing the matchups is making me really excited. Hey y'all, y'all, I'm thinking about showing some of these games. Y'all be okay with that? Like we have some watch parties. I'm incredibly excited. Wednesday needs to get here immediately. Yes, it does. It does. It really, really, really does. Like for real. I'm so ready. I'm so ready, y'all. It's tournament time, baby. This y'all remember how exciting last year's tournament was? I think this is gonna be even more exciting because so many teams have gotten better. Like the depth of women's college basketball is insane, y'all. There's so many good teams. Okay, so many good teams. My goodness, y'all. I mean, whew. It ain't just your same old, y'all. You got a team like USC that was once great, that's great again now. You got some, young and upcoming teams like Iowa, obviously, Kansas State. Then you got, your same old, like Tennessee and UConn and South Carolina. So then you got them underrated teams like Gonzaga and UNLV, and Florida Gulf Coast. So, man, this. Woo! Also, Notre Dame is in that mix of same old, but yeah, just being one of the premier programs for years now. But yeah, y'all, man, this is gonna be a real exciting tournament. There's so many good teams.
Dancing confetti when it rains.
This is just spectacular. Everything falling for her.
What a move by Juju.
I'm going to win. That's just how I'm driven.
You can't overlook any team.
It's time to feast on the impossible. March Madness is here.
Yes, sir, it's here, y'all. March Madness is here.
The ticker tape will fall in Cleveland this year. These are the 68 teams vying for that opportunity to hoist the national championship trophy. If you've got questions about the criteria and the seeding and whatnot, well, we've got Holly Rowe on the case as she stands by with Lisa Peterson live from Indianapolis in the selection committee. Hey, Holly.
Thank you, Elle. Well, Lisa Peterson, you are the Division I chair this year. Very exciting. Let's get right to it. Texas as a #1 seed. I think looking at the bracket, a lot of people could have made a case for Stanford in that position. How did you evaluate that?
Well, there was a lot of debate. And to say that we talked about it more than once would be an understatement. It was definitely one of the biggest discussions that we had. And I think what it came down to was Texas had to play 3 tournament teams to get to the Big 12 championship and how they're playing lately. So that was a really big factor in what we chose for that. But again, it was very highly debated conversation.
The injury issue is kind of a fascinating topic. You look at Virginia Tech with Liz Kitley, we don't know her availability. Notre Dame's in a similar situation. How did you evaluate injuries and the impact on teams and where they should be seated?
Well, 2 different situations. We were able to see what Virginia Tech was like without Kitley, we're not, again, like you said, we don't know what her injury status is, but we saw how they played when she wasn't available, which was a little bit different, than Notre Dame and some of the other teams. So we seeded based on what we saw specifically at the end. And you could tell if you look at the bracket, a lot of it is how teams are playing now. Like that was kind of what the committee really valued going into this bracketing process.
What have you done for me lately, Janet Jackson?
Janet
the
Jackson.
other thing I'm looking at the bracket, looking at the competitive balance. You always talk about competitive balance, but I'm sure LSU, Iowa, and UCLA are salty right now. Like, okay, our region is really hard. How did that region
That's
play
tough.
out?
Well, so I'll
Tough
remind
region,
everyone,
man.
when it comes to the bracketing principles, when you have 4 teams from the same conference that are seeded in the first 4 lines, they have to be in different regionals. And so the other thing that we try to do is to stay as true to the S curve as possible. So I know that you only see the first 4 seeds in rank order, but when we're putting that bracket together, we are trying to stay as true to the S. But remember, because you had Southern California, because you had Stanford, and because you had UCLA, Oregon State on that 3 line only had 1 place to go.
All right, great information. Thank you so much, Lisa Peterson. And let's have a lot of fun in March. A lot of great brackets, and let's fill them out and see who wins.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you so much, Holly. Certainly plenty of attention will be on
Caitlin Clark, man.
and Iowa, who this season has broke and set every
That girl's
single
a baller.
record known to man.
No,
But
Coach
we've been
Obby's
doing
son.
lots of
I'm so
speculating
proud.
on college
Yeah, I
hoops,
know
as
he
you
is. Is
guys
he in
all
the
know,
NBA?
is
He
poised
is.
the
He
path
is.
for
Man, for
Iowa
the
to make
Detroit
it to
Pistons.
another
The
Final
worst
Four.
team in the
Now
NBA,
that
but
we see what it is,
but nah, I
how do
know
you
he's
feel?
proud though.
It's crazy because at first I was really hard on Iowa, and then I transitioned and I was like, you know what, if Iowa gets a 1 seed, I actually think they can do it. And now I see Iowa has a 1 seed. They're the second 1 seed, is that right, Shelly? But they've got the hardest road, in my opinion. I'm like, this is
It's
crazy.
not your opinion. They have
This is the hardest road. When you look at the teams that Iowa could potentially have to face, the size on the inside. Hannah Stolke has had an incredible season. Hannah Stolke can't defend. This is, again, if they happen to get to this point, Anissa Morrow and Angel Reese. So those matchups, when I think about the big post players that they might potentially
And Darren
have to
Rosario
face
come
down
off the
road.
bench for LSU.
Same thing with UCLA. Same thing with, we talked about Kansas State, a team that's already seen Iowa. Iowa has a really tough road. I'm not saying they can't do it.
They do,
This is
yeah.
a
That's
tough
God.
way for them.
Yeah, oh my God. That's why I say I think this is the best region though, because UCLA, LSU,
One of
Kansas
them is
State
going to be
oh my
eliminated
God.
before then because they may have to play each other in the Sweet 16. So I think
Even
you're
if
right
Iowa
on
they
about
beat
the
Holy Cross and
size
UT, they got to play
Iowa has
Princeton
to
or
face,
West
and that's
Virginia. Like
usually
that's not
a
even gonna
good
be an
thing
easy
for the
game.
Hawkeyes. But it'll be mitigated a little bit by the fact that maybe UCLA and LSU beat each other up before they get to Iowa.
I think what's interesting to me is South Carolina earned sort of the easiest bracket, and I think they got that. But Iowa earned the second easiest bracket, and instead they have, to me, without
hardest one.
question,
The
the hardest one.
But you're talking about the post players. I look at it from the other side. Yes, Iowa has to guard the bigs, but now the bigs have to come out and guard Iowa on the perimeter. And not too many teams in the country can match 3 for 3 with what Iowa can put up. So as long as they're making shots and they don't have to rely on defending the paint, I think that they could advance.
Gabby Marshall's the X Factor. She was the X Factor last year. She's the X Factor
talking
this year.
X Factors
I'm
later.
just saying.
We don't, by the way, we don't see this
saw
often.
what she did at Ohio State.
We don't see this often with Iowa and LSU in the same side of brackets. It's only the 5th time the national finalists from the year before have been in the same region. So we'll certainly see. And we've been telling you and asking you to get prepared to fill out your bracket, but we want to give you some bracket tips brought to us by our friends at Allstate, because how you approach the women's bracket is a little different than the men, right? In the round of 64, top 3 seeds are 347-1. That lone loss came in 1998 when 16-seeded Harvard knocked off 1-seed Stanford. 1 seeds, by the way, have won 10 of the last 11 titles. No team worse than a 3-seed has ever won it all. However, a 3-seed and LSU did win it just last year. And again, that tournament challenge is coming. Brackets open right now. Scan this QR code to download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. Fill out your brackets today. I've already got my 5- and 3-year-old on the case. They're going to be doing it in the morning. Pray for them. Still ahead, we'll talk with Coach Dawn Staley of the undefeated South Carolina Gamecocks. Courtney Lyles standing by. Talk about their road and how it began.
There y'all gonna hear from Dawn Staley.
Their leading scorer. That's still ahead as the Women's Selection Special continues right here on ESPN.
I ain't gonna lie, I wish we could hear from Juju.
You're watching the NCAA Women's Selection Special, presented by Capital One.
Nice phone.
Thanks. AT&T gave me their best deal and
Yep, Dawn Staley. And the reason I'm saying Dawn like this, because y'all know as Nikki T said earlier, she's from North Philly, so gotta have that accent. Hey, anybody got any early predictions for who you think could potentially get to the Final Four, or who you think could win it? I'm not gonna tell y'all mines right now because I'm gonna wait till I think I'm gonna do mine on Tuesday, y'all. I think I'm gonna do my bracket tomorrow. Or excuse me, I think I'm gonna do it on Tuesday. So yeah, then I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know who I'm going with then. All right, they back. I'm up here looking at my phone. Okay, yeah, they back.
A full slate. You're going to have the Knicks and the Warriors Monday 10 on ESPN. A full day for you. Still ahead tomorrow as we talk about the full 68 reveal in women's basketball. South Carolina entering this tournament undefeated again. Fourth instance of a program entering the big dance unblemished in consecutive seasons. Shout out to Vermont, who did it back in 92 and 93. UConn did it in 09 and 10 when they won back-to-back titles, and then 3 straight from 2016 to 18, but only came away with 1 title. As we sort of look at South Carolina's bracket, it's really hard. It sort of feels like splitting hairs. We're talking about a team that's lost 1 game in 741 days. But is there anything, especially over the last few weeks, that gives you any concern for South Carolina as they start their march towards Cleveland?
I just had South Carolina in the SEC tournament. Right. And the question mark for me with what Tennessee was able to do was to put Camila Cardoso in ball screen action. Mm-hmm. Well, they adjusted that when it got to playing LSU in the championship game. So I think that what South Carolina has shown us is they have the ability to adjust and win the way that they need to. They can win by a lot. Mm-hmm. They can win when it's a low-scoring game. They can win the close ones. And I think that's what makes South Carolina so dangerous.
And I thought the SEC tournament was really good for them because they were in positions that they hadn't really been in this season. In particular, giving up the lead to Tennessee. Tennessee then having the lead with only a second to go. Because if you look at the South Carolina team, most of these players haven't been in this same position or moment before, including Tahina Powell. She didn't play in the NCAA tournament when she was with Oregon. So I thought those moments were helpful to be character building and doing them in a win.
They only returned 30% of their offense from last year's Final Four team. For instant reaction, we get it out to South Carolina. Courtney Lau standing by with Dawn Staley.
Coach Staley, your team, SEC regular season champs, SEC tournament champs, they're undefeated and now a 3rd straight #1 overall seed. What is it about the standard that this team has for themselves that's allowed them to accomplish all of this before the NCAA tournament?
Well, I think the standard is the standard. The players prior to this year's team, prior to last year's team, you go all the way back. There's a standard that we play by on both sides of the basketball. Mm-hmm. We're very fortunate that we got players who believe in their process, and in turn, it makes us a better team.
You guys will be without Camila Cardoso after the altercation on Sunday. Since you've gotten to talk to your team, how did you address that with them moving forward into the tournament?
We talked about it. We debriefed. We don't want that to happen ever again. We see the impact that it will have. Fortunately for us, is somebody that we played without. for 4 games this particular season. We all know we're a better basketball team when Camila Cardoso is in the lineup. We'll make do, hopefully, until she's able to come back and hopefully hold serve and win our first round and see what that tough second-round matchup will look like in North Carolina and Michigan State.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. Again, you see the path for South Carolina to make it back to the Final Four. Your thoughts, Trey, as you sort of soak this in?
Well, one of my favorite things that Coach Staley just said was the standard is the standard, but I'm not giving you any details on what the standard is.
y'all.
Just know
Read
it's the
some of these
standard.
comments. I want to get close to
Standard, what it's made of, but when you
I
talk
would love
about
to
the standard, one
see
thing that we've seen from South Carolina,
Iowa, Notre Dame, South
they don't
Carolina,
panic. And I
USC.
think that is something that is very standard
I would really
of
love to
South
see
Carolina
USC.
teams,
I
where they
just
don't look panicked, which would be important in the tournament.
Well, Donna always
I,
talks about
Juju's
she talks
teammates.
her
I need
teams
her to be a
about
little bit more
situations.
consistent.
And so,
Especially Mackenzie Forbes, man. Mackenzie Forbes, she has to bring it. Okay, like she did against Stanford last week. I need Mackenzie Forbes to bring it like that. If she brings consistently, they maybe can get to the Final Four. It's gonna be tough.
Still ahead. One last gasp of reaction,
Phillies
if
in the
you
house.
will. We're going to empty the chamber. Everything you can think of, rapid fire style, and the best reactions. As again, you take a look, the field of 68 is set. I encourage you right now to get those brackets filled out and fill in on the fun. We'll return on the other side.
All right, y'all. So selection show is almost over. And man, this has been really fun to me. Obviously, I'm having a ton of fun, and the games haven't even started yet. And I'm already just looking forward to the games because they're going to be great. Look at that, y'all. Charles Barkley, they're terrible. We got Spike Lee, we got Samuel L. Jackson, we got, of course, the man himself, Magic Johnson. But yeah, so I'm just really looking forward to these games. Expect to see a good amount of upsets, y'all. Expect to see a good amount of upsets. Like I said, y'all, I really, really want to show some of these games. Obviously, I won't be able to show all the games, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at the bracket again. But there are some games I already know I want to show, like seriously. So Samuel Jackson is a Tennessee native. Yes, he is. Hey, look, there go Caitlin Clark and Jimmy Butler. But yeah, y'all, it's gonna be exciting tournament. And it's so many great teams, so many great players, and women's college basketball, y'all. I don't know if it's ever been better. Obviously, there's been a ton of great teams, great players throughout the years, but in terms of the depth, I said this, a few minutes ago, but the depth of women's college basketball, I mean, it's amazing. I've never seen this many, great teams, great players in women's college basketball, y'all. I mean, it's so many. It's so many. That's why it's gonna be tough doing these brackets. Because a lot of these games, y'all, they can go either way. They really could. They could go either way. I'm so excited about getting to see Juju play. Yeah, me too. That's the one right there. Y'all know how I feel about her. That's the one. Yeah. She's that one.
Buckle up and get ready. Here we go. We are ready to crown a champion.
And Caitlin Clark is too.
Office, Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese.
And Jason Shelby. So there's a lot. There's a lot of games. They got my girl. I just saw Paige Beckers too. Yeah, she like that too.
Fight for the right to keep on playing in March. We're in for a show.
All All right, it's been an amazing selection show, but as always, we run out of time. We got 90 seconds. I'm going to get through as many subjects as we can.
Boy.
I'll start with you. It's rapid fire edition. Charlie Cream, South Carolina versus the field. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the field because I'd rather have 67 teams not be mad at me.
Okay, there we go. Smart move.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, cop out. CP, which one seed is the most vulnerable?
Iowa.
All right. RL. X Factor player to watch.
Ice Brady from UConn, after Aaliyah Edwards broke her nose, didn't play in the semifinal or final games. Ice Brady played 40 minutes in each of those and was named to the Big East All-Tournament team.
All right, Drea, best first-round matchup?
Well, I always love the 8-9 matchups, but I'm telling you, this play-in game, Vanderbilt and Columbia, Columbia's head coach called out the SEC. Now she's got to play the SEC. There's just a little edge.
We got beef.
I think it's
They talk trash in the Ivy.
Love it.
Right.
She called out
Proper
the
English
SEC.
trash.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Charlie Cream, sleeper pick or a Cinderella team?
Coach Yo, you listening? Ole Miss to get to the Elite Eight.
All right.
Ooh, okay, Charlie Cream going on
Just because it's
okay,
the
he going on the limb, man.
UCLA and they have all
Ole Miss to go to the Elite Eight. Y'all heard of
Throw out a
me.
biggest first-round upset potential?
Now, Ole Miss play that defense now. They do. Them and Auburn probably the two best defensive teams in this whole tournament.
Arizona
could be a tough one.
That's
All
gonna
right.
be a tough one.
That is. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, that Auburn Arizona game is gonna be. It's gonna be like that.
Is
Yeah, it's gonna be
next
like that,
right now.
y'all.
2 full hours
Auburn
of
Arizona's
more
gonna
of
be
this.
like
Thanks
that.
for watching.
Watching the ESPN Tournament Chat.
I tell you what though, y'all, that Auburn Arizona game, low scoring. It's gonna remind you of like 80s, 90s, early 2000s basketball. It's gonna be low scoring. Like I can see that the final score being like 51 to maybe like 47, 48. I mean, it's gonna be low scoring. It's gonna be tough. And yeah, I can't wait to watch that game as well. But there y'all have it, man. That was the NCAA Women's Selection Show. As y'all could tell, I really had fun. I had fun watching that. I hope y'all did as well. Like I said, y'all, I will be showing some of these games. We will be doing some watch parties for these games, y'all. I cannot wait. Man, March Madness is here, and we get to see so many great players, so many great teams go at one another. So I hope y'all are ready. This has been incredibly exciting. Yeah, it really has. I hope y'all are excited as I am. Y'all seem like y'all are. So I cannot wait to watch these games and be able to just see, like I said, great players and great teams go at one another. Remember, y'all, laughter is good medicine. So make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.